All right, what up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? So today, I wanted to talk to you guys about Selena Gomez. Actually, first of all, before no, that didn't sound right. So yeah, Selena Gomez is over here crying because some people think that that it's fake. Some people think that it's not real, or is it real? I don't know. But no, I did not start that off. I did not start that off properly. Much respect to Selena Gomez. I know that she got emotional because of what's happening with the Trump situation, with the whole what do you call this, mass deportation thing. And in my last video, some people were asking me, what am I? And some people were saying that that I'm an illegal immigrant. Now, first of all, you know what? First of all, that's not funny, man. First of all, I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay. Actually, first of all, I'm not siding with anything. I'm not siding with the mass deportation. I'm not siding with anybody who's illegal here. I'm not siding with anything because I just have no experience with it. And the reason why is this: I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, I wasn't born here. I was born in the Philippines. I came here legally. I came here. My parents came here first. They came here legally. Okay, and when they came here legally, they petitioned my older sister and I to come here, and we came here when I was 9 years old. That's 1994. Yes, you do the math. I am 39 now. Yes, yep. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know that I'm old. Okay. So my parents were here, and then they petitioned my older sister and I to come here in 1994. I was 9 years old. I think 1996 or something like that, 1996, 1997, I became a U.S. citizen. Okay. Got my papers, everything. Okay. U.S. citizen. So when it comes to mass deportation and when it comes to illegal immigrants, it was hard for us to do that. It's not that it was in our minds to do it, but it was hard for us to do it because there's no way to smuggle someone from overseas into, maybe there's a way, I don't know, but it was hard. It was probably hard to do it. We didn't think about it. We did it the right way, the legal way. Okay. That's the right way. Remember, in Romans 13, it tells us to be good citizens. It tells us to be good citizens, that we have to go by the law of the land, unless of course, the law of the land goes against God's law. Then we don't go by the law of the land. We go by God's law. But when it comes to things like this, this is the law of the land. There's really nothing that you can do about it. Okay, especially if you're a Christian, that's the law of the land. Now, some people might say, some might say, well, when it comes to refugees, well, yeah, refugees, right? Not illegal immigrants, refugees, and then also, there are some. I'm sure that there are many things, many aspects to this. There are families that have been broken up and split up because of this whole mass deportation thing. It's what I heard, and there are, and I think that's also the reason why Selena Gomez was over here crying and bawling in tears because of things like that. Now get your facts straight, right? Go to go look at the news source and to see how many families are split up and things like that. I don't know. Go look it up. But when it comes to being a Christian, that's the only thing that I can comment on, the aspect of Christianity. When it comes to being a Christian, we are supposed to keep the law of the land unless that law goes against God's law. Okay, Ten Commandments. Just looking at it, it's not going against the Ten Commandments. It is illegal for people to be here undocumented. That is true. It is illegal. Again, I am a U.S. citizen. Now, I've seen a few comments in the last video that I made. People thinking that I'm an illegal immigrant or that I'm undocumented. It's not true. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a supporter of the Constitution. I'm pro 2A. If you guys can You guys can see that I'm pro 2A. If you don't know what that means, then don't worry about it. I'm pro 2A. I'm pro Constitution. So yeah, I took my test. I took my Constitution test to be a legal citizen of the United States. I love the United States. Okay, this is where I grew up. I spent 9 years in the Philippines. I was born there. I love the Philippines as well, but I grew up here. This is my life. My life is here, right? And so I have no experience when it comes to being an illegal immigrant. I don't have any experience when it comes to a family member being an illegal immigrant. Maybe some of my friends might have been illegal immigrants. I don't know. I do know someone that I knew from when I used to hang out with gangbangers. There was a gangbanger that got deported from here to Mexico a few years back, and I knew him. So that's the only one I know. I believe. And so when it comes to this, I have no experience. My only commentary when it came to this, my only commentary was I was bringing light when it comes to the mark of the beast. I was bringing light when it comes to the prophetic aspect of this. Now, again, from what I was saying what I was saying in the other video, in my previous video about this, I wasn't pro-Trump. I wasn't pro-illegal immigrants. I only commented on what it could mean when it comes to prophecy. Okay, because and a lot of people didn't get it because they tied their emotions into it. A lot of people didn't get it. What I was saying is that 65% of the farm workers today are illegal immigrants. Okay, immigrants that are undocumented. And if the 65% are deported, that means there are a majority of the workers when it comes to farming and the food that we get are not there to do the job. So if they're not there to do the job, that means food shortage or a spike in the prices of food. And I'm not just talking about $1, $2, more than that. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you get rid of 65% of the people that are, taking care of the food for you, to distribute the food for you. What happens to the food? And this is why I say it's important for us to look for land already. You can have your house here. You can have your house in the city or whatever, but look for land. Look for land. Buy land. That's what that was the point that I was trying to make. Buy land, because if this thing happens, and it is a hard thing to deal with when that happens. Imagine when the mark of the beast happens. Okay? Imagine when there is no buying or selling when it comes to anything, not just food, but to anything. Imagine that. So that's why we need to go buy land now. And I also tied it with that because food is a necessity. It's one of the primary necessities for human beings is food. And if we're out here buying food, spending money, which is understandable, you spend money to buy food, but at the time of the mark of the beast, you're not going to be able to do that unless you receive the mark of the beast. You see what I mean? That's why I said what I said. And that's why I said we need to go buy land. That's why I said we need to learn how to grow crops. That's why I said we need to read books that teaches us, or someone that can teach us when it comes to farming, when it comes to country living, when it comes to managing our land. We need to do that, and that's why we have books on SFP. You go to sfp.center, go to books or the book collection, or go to store and then go to the book collection. We have books there that give you information on how to grow crops in your land, how to take care of your land, how to how to survive there in country property without the grid. You're off grid. We sell books like this because it helps people out. That time is coming. Okay, again, go to www.sfp.center. There's a link in the description box below. Go to the store, click on store, and go to book collection, and you will see a bundle there, 4 bundles at the bottom that has books, that has information on country living, on survival, uh, you know, uh, um, off grid, projects and things like that. That's why we sell those things, because they help people. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help people. I am not against illegal immigrants. Again, I have no experience with all that. I'm not against Trump, um, you know, deporting people. I'm not against that either, because if that's what they say, if that is what the government says would happen, then it's gonna happen. And Romans 13 tells us that we have to comply with the law of the land unless they make a law, a religious law that goes against God's law. Unless they make a law that is immoral, then of course we're not gonna, do that. Okay? But there's there's an example in the Bible. Now there's people in the Bible that there's people say that God committed genocide in the Bible. He did not commit genocide, okay? Those people were actually trespassing. If you look at Joshua, if you look at the book of Joshua, actually if you look at Exodus, if you look from Genesis all the way to Joshua, God promised Abraham land, okay? The land is God's. Now, the people that were there, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites, all those people that were there, the Canaanites, all those people that were there that took the land, they were trespassing. And what God was doing was kicking them out. It even says, if you read the whole entire thing from Genesis all the way to Joshua, all the way to the very beginning of Judges, it tells you that God was trying to drive them out. Why? Because that land was theirs. God promised that land to Abraham. And the people that were there, the Jebusites, the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hittites, and all these people, they came there and they took the land, and it's the promised land from God. God gave that land to Abraham. He just wasn't there to claim it. But God said that land is for Abraham and his seed. That was the promised land. And that's why they had to get kicked out. Okay, it was not their land. They got kicked out. Okay, they got eviction notices. It's pretty much what it is. Okay, they got deported. That's pretty much what it is. They got deported. Okay, so there is a biblical example of that. Now, you guys might say, well, this is USA, and we took this land from the natives here. True, and this is why I say I don't know. There are so many different angles there. But what I know is that this is America now, and people come here illegally. And again, if they're coming here illegally because this is a land of opportunity, hey, that's between you and the Lord. But I would say do it legally. You know what I mean? I would say do it legally. That's what I would say. Do it so that you don't break principle. That's what I would say. If you got deported, there might be a chance that you can get back in, but you got to get back in legally. I don't know. That's between the government and them. I don't know. But now we have, people like Selena Gomez that is just crying and bawling and in tears because of these, this thing that happened. Hey, man. I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, this is if this is the land of America, right? It's their right to make. It's the Congress's right to make rules and regulations when it comes to their land. This is their land. We're just here. That's just how I view it. Again, I stand by Romans 13. We do whatever the law of the land says, unless, of course, it goes against what the Bible says. Then I'm not doing it, right? So if I were to bring one of my cousins here, I would have to do it legally. I'm not going to smuggle him in here. then I'm not being, then I'm not then looking at Romans 13 and using that Romans 13 counsel for me, right? Then I'm going against Romans 13. If I want my cousin to come here to America, I have to legally, I have to petition him here, just like how my parents did to me. But if you're here illegally, then America has the right to deport you. That's just the way it is. It's sad. Yes, of course. There are many people that got deported and, maybe they have families. I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's sad. It's sad. But we have to rely on, if you're here illegally, there's a consequence, right? But if you were here illegally and you didn't know, you just wanted, it's a land of opportunity. I know that it's a land that you get opportunities from, and you want to be here because you want to, there's this American dream, and you want to make it for your family that's back in your home country or whatever. I understand. Who am I to say these things? But you know what I'm saying? You got to do it legally. That's really just what it is. You just got to do it legally. And do it legally so that you are using the counsel found in Romans 13. So that's all I was saying. All I was saying, again, hey, Selena Gomez. Shout out Selena Gomez. She got emotional, obviously this broke her heart. Obviously it looks like they're real tears. I don't know. But, hey, you gotta do it legally. What can you do? You gotta do it legally. But for Selena Gomez, it's a message for Selena Gomez. Rely on the Lord. If something happened and it's a hardship for you and for someone that or something, hey, this person or whoever it is that came here illegally, now there's probably this hardship on him. Call on the Lord. The Lord will make a way. The Lord will make a way. The Lord will make a way for that person. If that person has to be here, if God intended this person to be here, then he'll be here. The Lord will make a way. Cry unto the Lord, and the Lord will give you a way. If not, what can you do? There are consequences if you break the law. Same thing with the Ten Commandments. Why would God allow us to break the law of the land? Because then that would also symbolize us breaking his law. But we got to do this legally. I think there were many people on the comment section in my previous video, and they were upset because of what I said. Like I said, if you look back to that video, I didn't say anything. I didn't side with Donald Trump. I didn't side with illegal immigrants. I sided with nobody but God. I just told you guys from a prophetic aspect, from the prophetic view of things, what was taking place. That's all. That's all I did. I just highlighted prophecy. That's all. I didn't do anything else. I didn't side with Trump. I didn't side with illegal immigrants. Some of you guys probably saw that because you guys were emotional. I don't know. But that's all I was saying. Shout out to no, not shout out to Selena Gomez. Hey, my heart goes out to Selena Gomez, man. She was crying. She was bawling. Again, I don't know if they were real tears or not. Some people were saying that they were fake tears, that she was overreacting or exaggerating. Hey, I don't know, man. But the Bible says that God will wipe away our tears. So, message to Selena Gomez out there, or Selena Gomez, yeah, there somewhere. If you're watching this, which I doubt you are, God said that he will wipe away your tears. Things are hard here on earth, but things are easier when you're with God, and things are easier in heaven. And so that should be our goal, is to have a relationship with God so that we can go to heaven. Guys, that's all I have to say. If you guys want to support this channel, if you guys want to support this ministry, please pray for this ministry and donate at www.sfp.center/support. The link is in the description box below. Please support. Again, we get plenty of emails and messages saying that our content and the documentaries that we've done has been a blessing to them. They've been baptized. And it's all thanks to our supporters that we can do what we do, that we can spread the gospel out there, and that we can make these documentaries. The documentaries do cost a lot of money, and so we thank you all for the support. If you guys want to support, please pray for this ministry and donate at www.sfp.center/support. The link is in the description box below, or you guys can join the SFP membership program here on YouTube as well. That's also another way to support. Thank you guys again. Praise God always. Peace. Avocado grease. We're out of here.
Oh, come, oh, come, Emmanuel.
A lot of people are buying into this ideology that when Jesus Christ comes back, that his feet are going to touch the ground and there's going to be a 1,000-year reign on earth.
When Satan is actually bound to this bottomless pit, it's translated, it's actually the Greek word abusos.
And ransom captive Israel.
As long as we are abiding in the Lord and we are growing in sanctification, He gives us victory. He transforms us.
Jesus referred to the need to overcome 7 times.
That mourns in lonely exile here.
There is nobody on planet Earth for that 1,000-year period.
The Bible is very clear. There's a period of time where there's no one alive on earth. Jeremiah chapter 4.
Until the Son of God appears.
The wicked dead are resurrected one more time so that they could receive their eternal punishment.
They're judged and then they're cast into the lake of fire.
The reason why the fire is eternal is because the fire is God.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel.
God can give us victory over any temptation, over any sin, as we just keep our eyes on Him.
Only the saved can obey. If you're not saved, you cannot obey. Without Jesus in the heart, you cannot obey. And because only the saved can obey, only the obedient will be saved.